Oh, she stopped running around. Thine affairs are in order? Then I shall unfold to thee my proposal. Our destination is the ocean floor, yet our goal is not simply to arrive there. Nay, we must needs have the means to breathe and fight freely. Okay. Thus, I petition the aid of one of the Fate, a being with whom I've yet met face to face. Oh! Interesting. Rather than waste words on explanation, I bid thee follow me unto hamlet of Sullen, which lieth to the south and west. All will become abundantly clear, I promise thee. Okay. I believe you. Don't worry. There, to the west. Canst thou discern the hump of the isle rising above the water? Oh yeah. Yeah. I do see it. That foliage-covered mass hiddeth the key to our safe descent. Swim close and plunge thee beneath the surface. Thou shalt soon divine the reason of mine insistence. Though it be much to my shame, I can but flail and flounder while where thou mayest glide as a fish. I shall board a boat to the island, and spare one and all the spectacle of mine inept strokes. Oh, it's okay. Don't worry. Oh my— oh, whoa! This is— whoa! What the— that's an eye! I can tell that for a fact. That's not a rock formation. Two curved slabs of the rock seem squeezed together here, giving impression of a giant stone island. I think that's a live creature. But if it is a stone thing, it is like a rock island, then it's very impressive. Though it appears solid enough, the rock yields slightly under your touch. Was the surface gently shifting? Was it just your imagination? No, it is definitely alive. It's like the mountain turtle in Avatar: The Last Airbender. The locals call this the Isle of Ken, which I presume must refer to knowledge. Either that or someone was being awfully zealous about marking his territory. Okay. Well, what hast thou discerned? Shit. Let me think. Let me think of what it reminded me of. Oh shit! I know, I remember now. It's the primal from the Neverreap boss, right? The one that storms the skies? It's a whale. It reminds me of a certain primal. It has to be, come on. Most perceptive. According to the lore of the pixies, we are, even now, perched upon the back of an ancient fey entity. Oh! I was right. Okay, that's cool. That's very cool. Its name is Bismarck. Aye, the self-same title by which we know the great feathered whale revered by the Vanu of the source. I would enlist its aid to bear us into the deep, and thence banish the water with an airy sphere. Alike in form to the domes which do shelter the hamlets beneath the ruby sea. Within its compass, we may move unencumbered, and defend ourselves when our hour of battle cometh, as it is most surely shall. Now, I must needs ask for silence while I make my supplication. Oh, this is so cool. Come on.
Wir Sach, Bilan Bismail.
Oh. Oh! Oh! That's so cool!
Fallen si lor wislan. Ada si alinal.
Oh. 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 Same, buddy.
Oh dear. I don't need to speak Fae to know that didn't go well.
I know what to do. I want to make use of you.
Oh, my snake yak! You've learned to call me at last!
Yay!
And where do you go? On a trip? A journey? I knew you wouldn't give up without a fight.
Yes!
Oh, my precious mortal, I shall help you in any way I can.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Gers bismail win picked. Van dromi drom jacob. Van reed rithje.
Yeah, it's been a long time, huh? That's your king. Hey, nice.
Be sure to scrub this one's teeth for him upon your return. He's only got manners.
That's true.
It will be done, Your Majesty. Our deepest thanks for your timely intervention.
Hey.
An agreement is reached and your departure is at hand. You wingless ones best hold on tight. May the blessings of the Fae keep you safe, Inba.
To the western sea we go. Wrapped in my breath, I will see you to your destination, little neighbors. I like that he calls us little neighbors. Yeah! This is so cool, man. Yeah! This is better than the whale mount.
And just like that, it's all gone back to the way it was.
Not for long.
What was you expecting? 100 years of honey and rainbows? Seeing them Yulmore types wake up and smell the ashes was miracle enough for me.
Ah, the magic in the air when that ladder started moving. And when that great hulking Talos rose up. Gods. I could live 1,000 years and never behold anything so amazing.
Oh.
What the? Do you see that?
Yeah!
What a monster! Where did it even come from?
I'm just as amazed at you as you. Oh my god, oh no! Run! Run!
It's not stopping.
Just run!
Run! Run!
That was great! Okay. Okay. Thank you. Whoa. Okay, I'm awake. Damn. That was a hard fall. Was it a fall? Either way, it was hard. Wow. Wow. Oh! The guitar.
The breath of Bismarck. See how it swells to form a dome beneath the waves? The waters recede. The Tempest's floor is laid bare.
Oh.
In defiance of the blinding sky, this place holds fast to its gloom.
Wow.
The last refuge of he who denies the light with every fiber of his being. You stand at the precipice, hero. Journey unto the heart of darkness. Finish it.
Novrent, the Tempest. Wow. So pretty. It does remind me of the Ruby Sea in Kugane. Not Kugane, in the Far East. I remember being impressed by the domes of the Ruby Sea, but this makes them look like bubbles in a stream. Yeah, yeah, I totally agree. Bismarck must be powerful indeed to create a dome of this size. I can only pray to whichever gods are listening that it continues to hold. This is amazing! I can't even see the surface! With all that water out of the way, we'll be able to venture for quite some distance. Itself must be hiding around here somewhere. I dare say Oriange's ventured much playful attention from the pixies to learn the lore of Bismarck. He is nothing if not a dedicated scholar. That's true. Full glad am I that Bismarck was true to his word. Oh no! Now his teeth are gonna get cleaned. Oh my god. We are arrived in the Tempest, safe and dry. 'Tis here that we shall find the lair of Emitzel, and, I believe, the imprisoned Exarch as well. Save him. For an Ascian alone, it is of course a trifling matter to flee unto the rift. Yet, I suspect such travel is nigh impossible with immortals in one's custody. Nay, he would not soon risk his prize when the Exarch's very body severeth as the key to the Crystal Tower and its powers of temporal transportation. Thus am I all but certain that this underwater realm harboreth our friend and enemy both. We have but to find them. Is that a Sah? That's a Saha. Oh, you look injured. You okay? Don't run! Don't run! I'm friend! I'm a friend, don't run! Whoa! Whoa! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, this is so pretty! Let's attune to this etherite first. Wow. The finless ones! They followed me! Why have you come? Was it you who took away our water? Oh shit, we didn't mean to. Ah, so this is where the Ondo make their home. I had wondered. Pray forgive us any inconvenience we have caused. We were not aware your people lived here in the Tempest. We need this great dome of air that we might conduct a most urgent search, and thus beg you for your understanding. Chieftain, what are we to do? Are you emissaries of the Ancient Ones? The Ancient Ones? What do you mean? The mysteries I have stirred. We have seen the illuminated land shining through the glooms of the abyss. If you are emissaries, the chosen, I bid you welcome. If you are not, I bid you leave. I am not sure I understand. Would you be willing to elaborate? It would seem not. I suggest we withdraw for the moment. So, what's the plan? Given your condition, I'm reluctant to suggest lingering here. That's true. That said, our presently meandering search would proceed far more swiftly if we could call upon the Ondo's local knowledge. Yes, I'd like to know more of this illuminated land the chieftain spoke of. Could it be Emmett Silk's stronghold, do you propose? Perhaps he lit the lanterns upon his return. I don't think so. We cannot dismiss the possibility. But if these Ondo refuse to speak with us... Nemu, do you remember my first scheme for entering Yomor? How I had planned to integrate myself by offering lucrative trading opportunities with the Ondo? The individual I dealt with was reticent in manner and curious in custom, but we were able to reach an agreement nonetheless. I believe that with the right approach, we can build a similar relationship here. What kind of approach did you have in mind? The chieftain fellow didn't leave us with many options. We are to tread the swiftest course. We must needs locate its beginning. 'Tis plain our all too dramatic arrival hath thrown this settlement into confusion. Were we to solve such problems as we have caused, and assure our hosts thereby that our purpose here is not to inimical to them, they may yet prove amenable to reason. I smell chores, but very well. If it can be done quickly. Yeah, true. What do you think? I've got nothing better to offer, but I do worry what will happen if the Ondo's tales end up leading us to a dead end. I cannot say for certain, but I sense this tribe has deeper connection to the Ascians than first meets the eye. I think? I feel like you may be onto something. It warrants further investigation. Thus, I cast my vote in favor for aiding the settlement for the time being. Let's do what we do best. Then it is settled. Ishtola, pray proceed with your investigations. The rest of us will see about fostering some goodwill. Okay. Nemu, you won't believe who I first bumped into. Huh? This is Paush On, the very fellow I did business with prior to our ill-fated stay in Yomor. Oh, cool. Hello. I waited and you did not come. Then the mist still came, but his visits did not continue. I am truly sorry, Paush On. Things did not proceed as planned. Is there aught we can do for you by way of an apology? Perhaps Where the dry return cavern to the north is home to giant crabs. We do not fear the crab, for we are the swifter swimmers. But now there is no water. We run, and they scuttle close behind, snipping and snapping with their claws. There are way too many of them. Too many. Ah, I believe I can be an assistance here. And what of you, Nemu? If you've not found a task, you're most welcome to join me. Indeed, I should appreciate the company. Where the dry return has a rather ominous ring to it. Okay. Nice. You could crack their shells? You must be stronger than you look. I see you've reached your quota first again. I shall never be your equal in such task. Still, I would say we have reduced the local crab population to a far less threatening number. My thanks to both of you. You must have a reward. Nay, Pashawan. This was to be a part of my apology to you, remember? Besides which, the lack of water is our doing, for which we must also make amends. Might I convince you to tell us something about your village instead? I would very much like to learn more of you and your people. Very well. Before the flood came, it is said that our ancestral home was found in the seas to the south. It was utterly destroyed by the light. Only those who were out hunting survived. They swam, aimless and lost, until they spied buildings here on the ocean floor. Strange buildings they were, and long had they stood under the water. Yet, somehow, they had been spared by the scars of time and current. Oh, interesting. These structures provided shelter for my people, protection from the Tempest's turbulent waters and the predators which hunted within them. Their very existence seemed a miracle. The first settlers pondered their good fortune, and it was clear that the race who had built such wonders had guided their course. And from this did they discern the truth. That the ancients had chosen us to serve as caretakers of their eternal sanctuary until such time as they returned. Thus, if it is judged that your coming in this great vanishing of water was by the ancients' design, you will find a warm welcome here. A truly astonishing history, yet I cannot help but wonder, how will the significance or otherwise of our arrival be decided? The ancients have blessed us with protection and prosperity. If your presence serve to bring us the same, there will be no doubt in the matter. Then it would seem our earlier decision was the correct one. We thank you for the lesson, Pashawan, and we will continue to do all we can to assist your people. Should you desire our help with any other trouble, pray do not hesitate to ask. We should return to the task at hand. Only, do not try to overexert yourself, my friend. The risk far outweighs the gain. Ah, Nemu, have you learned all to know? Fascinating, and precisely the sort of information I was hoping to hear. In fact, if you have a moment, I'd like to borrow your eyes to confirm a theory I've been working on. Come. Now, there are two tasks I would have you perform. The first, it requires you to inspect the buildings which surround the Ondo settlement, and note their distinctive characteristics. For the second, I wish you use the knife to take scrappings from one of the remnant walls. Pray be as thorough as you can. I shall be waiting here for the results of your investigations. Okay. Oh, distinctive window. A tall, slender towers feature many elaborate windows, the likes of which you have seen nowhere else. You set a point to the knife against the wall, but even after applying considerable pressure, you cannot remove so much as a flake of stone. Dang, it's strong! And what have you discovered? Yes, I would agree that the windows are most distinctive. It would seem the structures appeared the same to both you and your sight and mind. And you say you could not so much as scratch the wall, even with all your might behind the blade? Nemu, everywhere I turn in this place, my gaze is drawn by the peculiar materials for which I do not have a name. The buildings I had you investigate are prime examples. They appear to be constructed of ordinary stone, but I assure you it is nothing of the sort. Interesting, okay. If pressed, I would describe the substance as a composite of several mineral properties, blended to create a material of unparalleled durability. Even the Ronkan Empire, once the greatest power in Norvrent, produced nothing of which compared to this level of perfection. Huh. But if not the Ronkans, then who? Who are these ancients the Ondo claim as the architects of their sanctuary? I suspect our answer lies with the reason Emmett Selk withdrew here to the Tempest. He may simply have wished to retreat somewhere mere mortals could struggle to reach, but there are many such remote locations. Why here, specifically? Emmett Selk is devoted to his role, and thus we might assume his choice of stronghold somehow serves the Asian agenda. Okay, yeah, I can see that. Or mayhap 'tis a place more dear to him than any other. That's also a possibility. It could be built by ancient Asians. I'm not sure. That is my theory, that these structures are remnants of a time before history, of a star that was yet whole and unbroken. Such traces in the source would have been obliterated by the succession of the umbral calamities, but here in the first they might have remained untouched for millennia. A copy of the mural in the Katana Ravel. Ahmet presented it to me during my visit to Fano, after our victory in Colusia. Yes! Yeah, okay! The windows now look familiar. Here, in the first scene. By Emmett Selk's own words, it depicts a city of eons of past and the disaster which befell it. The design is much simplified, of course, but do you see the similarities between its towers and those you've just inspected? Yes! We are close to the truth, I feel. Let us search the surrounds for another tower. One which matches the picture near enough to remove all doubt. From what I have seen, Not more than sand, and more sand lies to the east. And the south held no such structures. I suggest we try our luck further to this northwest. Okay? Fuck you! Leave me alone, please! Oh. What the fuck? Oh my god. There it is. Aye. This is the mural right at large. Though I cannot guess at its purpose. It must have been an imposing sight. How much of the tower's height lies hidden beneath the ground, I wonder? Centuries of our history have settled upon such ruins. Countless of layers of dust and sediment. An entire civilization, its existence forgotten by all except a handful of Asians. And yet it still exists. They live here, in this city. But let us focus on what we've learned thus far. The Ondo chieftain spoke of the mystery stirring, of a land illuminated. Judging by his words, he believes this phenomenon related to the ancients' return. Thus we can surmise that what the Ondo saw shining in the abyss was, in all likelihood, yet another remnant of this age-old civilization. And who else would enlighten the lanterns, as Reen put it, than Emmett Silk himself? 'Tis almost certain he is there. Oh, okay. He could be there, yes. Thank you for assisting me with my investigations. I shall seek out our companions and share what we have learned. Much as I would like to tell you to sit down and leave the rest to us, your condition demands that we make all reasonable haste. If you are not too weary, it may be useful to speak with Pasha Owan again, and ask if there is aught else he is willing to divulge. Ah, Alphino's friend. You and your companions have done much to repair the damage caused when the waters parted. Anything else you can do? Have you been to the Walls of the Forgotten? Are they the ruins to the northwest? Yes! That is the sacred site of which I speak. Could it be that your footsteps were guided there by the ancients? I believe it may be so. Listen then, and I will tell you of our plans to bring light to the walls, that we might answer the shining call of the illuminated land. We have requested a finless craftsman to shape for us a sacred lamp. He is an odd for a land dweller, choosing as he does to live in the ocean, but his skill is beyond question. Okay? It is concerning, however, that we have heard nothing of his progress. If you were to visit this very artisan return with our long-awaited light, then any doubt as to your purpose would be laid to rest. His name is Grenold. Oh! Didn't Catless talk about this guy? Holy shit, that looks like a structure from the Crystarium. Whoa! Whoa! The workbench. Whoa. Whoa. Hello. Oh, that's just great. That is. Me mind's playing tricks on me now. Look, Grenold, someone's come to visit ye at the bottom of the bleeding ocean. Or might be your Azir a ghost, eh? Go on, foul shade. Feast yourself on me, rotten soul. I've got no use for it. A craftsman is what can't craft is more pointless than a sea slug with a dolmen hammer. And that's an insult to to bloody sea slugs. Okay. Let's psych him up. Get up your ass! Huh? You wouldn't be trying to raise my spirits now, would you, spirit? Not that you expect from a servant of the netherworld. Okay. His face. Have we met before? Might be as we crossed paths back in the Crystarium, but I don't reckon we've been formally introduced. Yeah, probably not. Name's Grenold, and this year's meant to be the underwater sanctuary, a place where I can give myself over to me work, far from the distractions of the outside world. And yet, here you stand. Now, what's so damned important you dive all the way down to the bottom of the bleeding Tempest to bother me? Ugh, the Ondo's lamp. Did you forget? Gods curse me, empty head! I've not so much as made a start! Oh my god. Yo. I'm worthless than a sea slug. Nay, the slime left by sea slug. Me delivery dates long past, my workbench is untouched, and I call myself a bleeding artisan. Maybe you have an artisan's block. You've heard their beliefs, have you? Bringing light to them ruins will be an act of deep religious and cultural significance. And it was my privilege as a craftsman to be tasked with providing a ritual instrument worthy of the occasion, but I just can't. Bloody well. Ah! My mind's bleeding blank. It's like I've pissed away me last drop of inspiration. Okay, no, you have like artisan's block or something. Tell me you've got somewhat to show me. Someone as'll give me a right good kick up in I can't. Okay, kick up the arse. Okay. The Ondo want to honor the coming of ye ancients, so their answering lights got to blaze with the light of brightness. Like the spark of all life caught in the crystal. But just being sparkly is not enough. It's got to dance with joy and sorrow, a sense of hardship endured. You know what I mean? I know what you mean. Okay. Complete any of the role quest lines available from the Wandering Stairs and Crystarium and Dunshar. Okay. 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 So that's the part where I have to actually complete the quests. So I'm gonna do that right now. I have a crystal, yes. Here you go. What's that you got there? Such striking beauty. It shines with an ardent and laughter of the transience of life, like turmoil of history made manifest. Aye, I can see the brilliance of old crystal's legacy. Ah, you'd never capture such a gleam if not ye labored 100 years. But bugger me if I don't mean to try. Where is me tools, gods damn ye? Must set to work before the feeling fades. I can feel it, a vision forming in me mind. Step aside, lass, and let me itching hands get to work. I have no idea how he talks. And done. I've taken the wonders of that crystal showed me and channeled them into the new shape that befits the Ondo's spiritual character. That is fucking huge! How am I supposed to carry this? Not bad a job, I do say so myself. I can still feel them coursing through me. The inspiration's not fading away. It's welling up stronger and stronger. I've given a chance, and I reckon I can weave the Crystal Saga into other things as well. But bugger me, I'd almost forgot the Ondo's commission. If you would drag that lamp over to Talsis Ath for me, I'd stay up here and dream up a new armaments for you to try. Thanks. Oh, what the hell? Okay, let's just grab all of these. I have one for Dragoon and for what's it called? For my dancer. So I'll just grab everything. I'm gonna try on that gear first. Oh my god, she looks... Oh, I like that it's purple. Holy shit! Oh my god! Oh, I almost forgot about the headpiece. I don't usually, like, put it up, but... Wow. Wow. Very dragon-like. I kind of want to keep this. Holy shit. Alright, let's wear the level 80 gear. Ooh, oh my... Oh wait, this is the one that I saw from the... Oh wow. Very nice. Oh no, you can't... Oh, these are... You can't change the color for them. It's really cool though. Oh, oh, oh. Let's wear it. Oh, this is the one from the trailer. Oh my god. Oh my god. Is there a hat? Is there a hat for this? Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright, let's wear it. It looks nice. It's not my favorite though. Maybe it does look good on other people, but certainly not for Nemu here. Yes! Okay, let's just wear it. Oh. Oh. This is kind of cute. I bet this would look cute in purple. It's really cute. There's the guy. I like the Dark Knight one though. What is it that you have there? I have a lamp for you. The sacred lamp! Then the Finless one has kept his promise. My people tell me of the many deeds you have performed in the name of aiding the cups. And now you have come to me, bearing the light we had almost surrendered hope of ever seeing. We can doubt your purity no longer. Your arrival was the will of the ancients. Yes, the time for fear has passed. We shall take the lamp and unveil its austere illumination upon the walls of the Forgotten. Gather there with your companions, and we shall speak again once our prayers have been offered. That is really bright.
O stewards of the Ondo, we offer up our light in answer.
Oh.
That crystal you showed the artisan.
Mm-hmm.
Was it... Did it belong to one of my friends?
Maybe? I thought you were always watching?
I tried to give you a measure of privacy. No one wants a spirit looking over their shoulder every moment of the day. So tell me, if you would, how did you come across that crystal?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to explain. Yeah.
I was right then.
Mm-hmm.
Strange that I should learn such things now, after they're long gone. They were fine friends, every one of them. I didn't expect death to teach me so much. About them, about Seto, about you, about the hope that hides at the heart of this world. I've never been one for idle chit-chat, but if by some miracle I could see them all again, I doubt I would ever stop talking. I'm grateful I got to bend your ear at least. And just for that, I reckon I'll stick with you. To the very end.
Same here. I'm with you.
Apologies, we were a little late to the gathering.
It seems we succeeded in gaining their trust.
The delay wasn't exactly welcome, but at least our many hands made light work. And they seemed especially impressed with your contribution. Our hero indeed.
Ysayeau was telling us those structures may date back to the age of the Ascians.
An Ascian homeland. Despite his many protestations, I never quite believed Emmett Selk was telling the truth.
Really? Because he was telling the truth the entire time, I feel. There are like some points where I thought it's like, okay, what are you really after? But, you know.
Nor I. But there is no denying the evidence before our eyes. Clearly this was once a great city. A home they would see restored, no matter how many tens of thousands of years it takes.
It's a hollow dream when you think about it. Even if they manage to rejoin all the worlds, they'll never bring back the ones who were lost.
Mm-hmm.
But would I have done any different?
How are you feeling?
Can I still see it? Yes, I can. Fuck. I'm still not feeling good, guys.
You have completed your devotions?
Yes. To the honored ancients have we offered up our prayers and our gratitude. You too have our thanks.
Might we trouble thee then to tell us more of the illuminated land of which thou didst lately speak?
To the west of here lies a great trench. Some days ago, a light appeared in that endless darkness.
That must be where Emmett Selk is.
Curious, we ventured closer and discovered in the depths an entire city.
Wow.
The buildings we spied were akin to our own everlasting abodes. Impossibly so. We understood at once the ancients had risen. There could be no doubt. Taken with terror, we retreated to the cups. and I decreed that none should enter the trench until such time as we received a sign.
Might it still be possible to reach this city of the ancients?
With no water to drown you, a finless one could now travel there. Yes. I am convinced you are the sign for which we have been waiting. My people will show you the way.
Thank you. Why are y'all looking at me?
Shall we?
Oh, yeah, sure. Nice, 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 nice. The chieftain has bid me guide your steps to the Illuminated land. Come, the way lies downwards. Follow the path of coral and rock and join your comrades below. Hey, friends. If Emmett Silk is in that trench, then we'll have to assume he's not swimming in salt water. I wouldn't want to suddenly find ourselves at the edge of Bismarck's bubble with no air to breathe. We're on our way at last. Seems far darker down there. I'll not start a few shadows. We are moving as a group, yes. During the time I've spent helping the Ondo, I've been introduced to quite a few of the local varieties of sea life. Although sea monsters is mayhap more apt term, probably best to avoid them if we can. Meaning the Ondo was fascinating. They live just like us in some ways, but act completely different than in others. The way they think, the way they play. I'd love to come back and learn more about their culture. Will the dome last that long, I wonder? Emmett Silk hath made himself difficult to reach. Yet every step we take bringeth us nearer to his stronghold. Let us not linger, lest the exarchs suffer for our late arrival. You have everything you need? If that artisan fellow is as skilled as they say, then you may wish to avail yourself of his services ere we press on. Is this like a point of no return? All are gathered, yes. Then I shall describe the path you must take. Enter the cavern beyond and follow the wall down and down and down. Once at the bottom of, find a passage to the northwest. Then continue west and west and west. The way is not simple. Keep your friends within the shouting distance and do not stray in too deep. Just before the journey's end, you will find the Caliban Gap and the barrier as well as the... No, please! Why? I'm just doing MSQ. Why you be like this? I'm so sorry, Ondo Guide. You were saying? Just before the journey's end, you will find a Caliban Gap and the barrier we placed at its mouth. This obstacle will fade should you raise a hand towards it. We have made it so. A most succinct explanation. We thank you for your guidance. Right. Into the depths we go. Here. This must be the barrier Ondo spoke of. Well, that was rather more arduous than expected. I feel a sudden rush of gratitude for the smooth roads our ancestors cut through the wilderness. 'Twas a treacherous path indeed. Now, I believe one of us needs but raise a hand to banish the next obstacle? Nemu, I elect you to do the honors. Gone. Just like that. I suppose we should head in. Like as not, this tunnel will be just as perilous as the road that we walked to get in here. Let's all stay aware of our surroundings, shall we?
By the gods.
Oh! Oh!
When the Ondo spoke of a city, I did not think they meant an actual city.
Then we are seeing the same view.
Wait a minute!
The remnants in the Ondo settlement were solid material structures.
Oh.
But these...
She could see them.
Everything here pulses with
Yeah,
ether.
with ether.
'Tis an enchantment on a monumental scale.
Wow. Nemu, did you know the style of the architecture? It is the same use for the remnants of the cups and the murals painted towers. Look closely. Emmett Silk has not simply reclaimed these ruins. He has layered the semblance of an entire city upon them. Oh! Oh. Gods, the magnitude of this artifice is staggering. Now it pains me to admit, we do not fully understand the feats of which an old world Ascian is capable. Back when I was like doing A Realm Reborn, I think there was a conversation where my friend and I, there was like this city, how similar it is with Kingdom Hearts. To be honest, I wasn't really into like the whole ARR stuff at the time. It was going really slow for me, and like I kind of stopped at the time, so it was showing me all this stuff, how it was similar to the Kingdom Hearts, the world that never was, and how the similarities with all of that. I wouldn't really say I was spoiled on it because I wasn't really playing the game. You know, I wasn't really invested. But then Endwalker came around. The first Endwalker trailer came around, and I was just like, okay, I feel like I have to play this now. And now I'm here. It's intimidating, yes, but we have to start somewhere. Why don't we have a closer look at the tower to the southeast? We might be able to reach it from the edge of the trench. Imposing doors. Look at the size of those doors. Now I know how pixies must feel. Nemu Okiri recognized. Welcome to the city of Amarat. Oh. Will you be riding the lift? What? Did the building just say welcome you? Did the building just welcome you? Mayhap it is not so passing strange. Did Emmett Silk not invite Nemu to visit his abode? 'Tis plain thy coming was expected. And where will this lift be taking us? The lift services every level of the Akora Heights, but is presently configured to convey passengers directly to the ground floor. Well, there you have it. In the absence of some few hundred yalms of rope, we have little choice but to accept the offer. With emphasis on the we. I'm not about to let you walk into that place alone. I appreciate that. I wish to ride the lift. As you wish. The lift will arrive shortly. Oh. Next stop, ground floor. Facilities include the Bureau of the Administrator, the Bureau of the Architect, and the Capitol. Wow! It's only at this distance that you'd start to realize how big the buildings truly are. What did they call the city? Emerald? Or is it Amaro? Look! Over there! Is that a person? No. My mistake. That's a giant. Doesn't seem to have noticed us yet. Giant or no, a resident of this place may have much and more to tell us. I say we make the first move. Alpha, no, you can't just... Ugh. Oh. Pray excuse my boldness, but may I ask you a few questions? Whoa. Okay. Oh, what adorable costumes. Are you children of an excursion? This district has much to teach you. How odd. It sounded like no language I have ever heard, and yet I understood every word. Just as he understood us. Ahem. And which district is this exactly? You must be lost, poor things. You stand in the Politre district, wherein lie the institutions most vital to the management of our star. Can you tell us where to find Emmett Selk? It's gonna be blunt here. Ah, I see. You've come to marvel at the workings of the conviction of the 14. Hardly surprising, I suppose. The whole world holds its breath as the final days draw near, and our brightest minds race to implement their plans. Thus, you must understand that gaining an audience at this time will be the next to impossible. Oh, we can't even meet with this guy? You should hurry home now, before your families begin to worry. Do you need me to walk you back? Very polite, but we need to get going. No, thank you. We will be fine. Very well. Take care, little ones. Oh, he disappeared. What was that all about? To my eyes, these people appear as arcane entities. I suspect Emmett Selk wove them from ether, much as he reconstructed the rest of the city. The final days. Such words will befit the oblivion described to us by our Asian foe. A catastrophe of unprecedented scale, which did set motion in summoning of Zodiark, and thence Heidelin herself. Oh, the day that Emmett Self explained in this story. But that happened centuries and centuries ago, didn't it? That man spoke as if they were rushing to avert disaster here and now. That's because I think we're reliving the events. Unless, for these people, the distant past is the here and now. Yes. I believe thou hast the right of it, Master Alphino. This ethereal Amarat and its residents appear to be phantoms of a different age, yes. And so they're acting as if the final days are coming. M itself hath resurrected a memory, yep. A moment in time from before the star was sundered. Yeah. So, we find ourselves in a long-destroyed city inhabited by the long-departed. An unusual situation to be sure, but at least we'll be able to parley with these ancients. In fact, they seem downright eager to chat. I'd say we use this to our advantage. Split up, strike up some conversations, and see if we can't learn anything the location of our quarry. And while we're at it, it wouldn't hurt to wheedle out a few more details regarding this convocation of 14 and their impending disaster. To mingling then. Let's meet back here when our jaws start aching. More giants! Hello! Hey, no! Don't leave! No! Oh. Anxious Amorotine. Oh. Why are you anxious? Good gracious, child. Where is your family? You should not be alone at a time like this. Run along home. Quickly now! Have you not heard? Though yet confined to the lands across the sea, a terrible phenomenon afflicts our star. They are calling it the final days. 'Tis said it starts suddenly, a cacophonous keening from beneath the earth. The sound distorts all living things within earshot, and wrests from us control of our creation magics. Once that happens, all is lost. Fear, pain, despair, every dread impulse is siphoned from our minds and given substance. An eternal fall of fiery rain, an incessant spawning of nightmarish beasts. Oh! None can point to the source of the phenomenon. 'Tis as if the star itself has fallen ill, as if a force inimical to life now festers and spreads. 'Tis only a matter of time until Amarat too resounds to that discordant squall. You should stay with your loved ones, child. Stay with them. Oh. Optimistic Amaratine. Twould seem the hall is host to a most precocious visitor this day. And what, pray tell, shall be the subject of our discussion, young one? Ah, the convocation and their handling of the coming peril. 'Tis only natural that you should have questions. Shall we begin with the members themselves? As all know, the 14 are the wisest and most puissant among us. They are the stewards of order, responsible for decisions which keep the star turning season after season. Be it the speaker, La Habrea, or the emissary, Elidibus, each seat is occupied by an elected sage of surpassing intellect. Oh, that's what they meant by 14. Oh, the 14 of the Asians. Oh, and we killed some of them. Logrif, Mitron, Emitselk. Their individual titles have, as a gesture of respect and a matter of tradition, become synonymous with their incumbents. Thus it is with great incredulity that I greet this recent rumor that a seat in the convocation is soon to be left vacant. Oh, really? Why? If proven true, 'twould be an unprecedented development. and a testament to the immense pressure under which our saviors are toiling. In any event, I, for one, am confident that they should deliver our star into salvation. An audience with Emmett Selk? I'm afraid you'll have the wrong office, little one. And besides, you'll be far too busy to field the questions of curious children. Surely you have been told of the looming catastrophe. Every resource available of the convocation must be spent upon ensuring our world survives. They have yet to make an official announcement, but it is said that the 14 are moving forward with a plan of scarce, credible proportions. Oh! Wait, didn't La Habrea say this? With a plan of scarce, credible proportions in like in a praetorium. One which promises to grant will to the very star itself. They will invoke our mightiest spells of creation to birth an entity of all-encompassing magnificence. Then they will rewrite the laws of existence. 'Tis a huge undertaking, and it must be completed ere the corruption spreads this far. Thus I say to you again, do not hold out hope for an audience. Very interesting. Wait a minute. There is an aetheryte somewhere here. Ooh, I found it! Well, that was an experience. I was never very fond of being treated like a child, but it did make me make asking questions less suspicious. Nemu, if I was not certain before, then I am now. The people of this city believe they face the end of the world. I cannot imagine what purpose compelled Emmett Selk to recreate this ancient Amaroth. And yet, I fancy I hear his words to us echoing through his ocean trench. This ocean trench. He would have this story known. It would seem our conversations were much alike. A looming disaster, creation magics running and rampant, and this convocation efforts to bring salvation out of chaos. I suppose there was talk of little else in the time when these events came to pass. Ah, Oriange, if I may, what are your thoughts on the ancients' art of creation? A fascinating discipline indeed. Aught the mind can conceive may be rendered in reality. All that is required is a clear concept upon which focus one's will. 'Tis not similar to the primal rites taught by the Asians, wherein ritual ceremony breatheth life into figments of myth and legend. I see we arrived at the same conclusion then. The people who lived in the age before the Sundering were blessed with the vast reserves of mana. No matter how draining these creation magics must be, it seems they pay the cost with not more than a fraction of the ether which coursed through their own bodies. If we were to attempt the same, such spells would soon deplete our energies, and then seek to draw balance from elsewhere. From the hoard of crystals, mayhap, or from the very land itself. Thus, when this art of creation was placed into our hands, it became, in effect, a means for destruction. An interesting matter which no doubt bears further study, but despite all these revelations, I worry we are no closer to finding Emmett Selk. Has anyone lured aught which might lead us to his location? Not directly, mayhap, but from what we have heard, it seems that the convocation of 14 is sequestered in the nearby Capitol building. When we went to see for ourselves, the attendant wouldn't let us through without a right of permission. So we tried our luck at the bureau of the administrator, where we thought these permissions might be issued. But the clerk said he couldn't help us since our names didn't appear in the registry. And that was where we gave up. I wonder though, Nemu, could you be eligible for one of these rights? Probably. The voice in the lift seemed to know who you were. It might be that your name is registered at the bureaus as well. Worth a look, I'd say. Meanwhile, I'll head back to the capital and search for a less official point of entry, just in case. Pray allow me to accompany thee on thy reconnaissance. An arcane perspective may prove needful. I think I'd like to speak with more of these ancients. Maybe they know something that could help cure Nemu's condition. Would you mind coming with me? Oh. Of course I don't mind. Just lead the way. Then Y'shtola and I will busy ourselves with further exploration. There's surely more intelligence to be had. And so we part ways once more. This time, however, let us reconvene in the front of the capital. A visitor's right? Yes, I can assist you. Full name, please. Nemo Okire. Please wait near the counter while I confirm your details. Nemo Okire, your application is ready for collection. As your residency was approved by Emmett Selk himself, further forms of identification will not be required. Here are your application documents. Submit them at the bureau of the Secretariat, and the clerk will issue you a visitor's right for the capital. Okay. Sounds good. Whoa. They're all waiting. Next, please. Visiting the capital, are we? Please take a seat. Your name will be called once your application has been processed. This is so weird. Do I really sit down? She does! That's funny. Oh, fuck. Oh, please. May I? Huh? Oh, yeah, sure. Youth, I think, are from time beyond ours. What? Have you followed in the wake of Emmett Selk? Oh, so this guy knows. I'm not from here. Oh. Nay, there's no cause for alarm. I am simply a shade. Here and not here. I only know that my name is Hathliodeus, and that the city is a recreation, a phantom moment plucked from the well of history. These others seem unaware of their pale existence, but I wonder if Emmett Selk's mind was distracted when it came to my reconstitution. Hathliodeus. Oh. A stray thought would have been enough. Hathliodeus will realize the truth, for example. We were Close friends once, you see. Oh, Emmett Silk and you? Oh. Yet in spite of my perception, I played the same role as all the rest. A bit part, meant to bring color and noise to this well-crafted stage. Too much scrutiny, and we shall burst like the fragile bubbles we are. Oh. Thus I tell you again, my presence is not to concern you. I only wish to share your company whilst we wait. If you've come this far, then you know of the catastrophe which awaits for us on the morrow. Oh. Yeah. The final days. What began as isolated incidents soon swelled into a world-spanning threat. The Convocation of 14, well, it was 13 at the time, endeavored to create all will of our star. They would repair the fundamental laws of order and halt the spread of destruction. But creation on the scale required an immense source of power. One of those of us who still lived, nearly half offered up their lives in the name of salvation. And from their sacrifice, Zodiac was born, just as we'd had hoped. He reached forth and halted the march of oblivion. Yet oh, how the star had suffered. So many species lost. The land was blighted, the waters poisoned, and even the wind has ceased to blow. All. Once more did our people give themselves to Zodiac. Another half of our race sacrificed to cleanse the world, to ensure that the trees and grasses and myriad tiny lives would sprout and grow and flourish. The cycle of life had begun anew, and we reconsidered the means by which we might protect it. The conversation decided thus. We would nurture our world until it was bursting with vitality. Then, when the time is right, we would offer some portion of its living energy to Zodiac. In return, he would restore to us those brethren whose souls had fed his strength, and together we would resume our role as stewards. Okay. There were, however, those who disagreed with this plan. They argued that enough had been sacrificed to Zodiac, that this new world should belong to the lives newly born. Oh. These dissidents surrendered their lives' energies in the creation of Hydaelyn, an incarnation of their opposed belief. And for the first time in history, our people stood divided. Know you, then, how this conflict ended? Yeah, in a fight between Zodiac and Hydaelyn. Hydaelyn emerged victorious. Yeah. I thought you might. Oh. Oh. Emmett. Emmett Silk has ever been a champion for the will of Zodiac. The original plan may have been set back by millennia, but he will have not abandoned his course. He will pay the price for our return by whatever means is necessary. And though he may carry himself with a certain glib ease, Emet-Selch is not a man to bear his burdens lightly. In fact, I imagine they have only grown heavier with every passing century. Aw. You feel bad for the guy. Aw. Tis a truly terrible weight he has chosen to carry. Nemo Okire. Oh. It seems your turn has come. Or do not let me keep you. Okay. See you later. Bye. Oh! Ah, there was one last thing. You walk with another at your side, yes? You mean Ardbert? Oh! Nay, I see no definite form, but the faintest suggestion of a second soul. I doubt it visible to anyone but me. Otherwise, I assume only you can see and hear this ethereal companion. What? Your connection is hardly a coincidence? In our time, the two of you were one. The color of your souls tell the tale. How? A hue that distinctive cannot be mistaken, no matter how thin the soul is spread. So he really is like... I guess he's like a part of me? I think I have a small grasp of understanding, but essentially he and I are like one, right? What? Ha! This is just the kind of fate I might expect for one such as she. Surely Emet-Selch has recognized the hint of her in you. Nemu Okire. Fare you well, my new old friend. May you find what it is you seek. Goodbye. That was interesting. Your visitor's writ as requested. When you wish to gain admittance to the capital, simply present the document to the attendant within. Oh. Ah, Emu. Stoll and I have just returned from an institution the locals called the Academia Ander. A Nieder? A Nieder? I don't know. Well, it's from a public offices, at least. From its public offices, at least. We thought an Asian place of learning the ideal spot to research your condition, but it seems we lack the credentials to enter the academia proper. Oh. Wonder why. Ah, good. You're here. Everyone seems to be present and accounted for. Master Thancred can best describe our chances for infiltrating the capital. I only hope that thine efforts to secure permissions were successful. Yeah, I got it. Finally! You were gone so long, I was on the verge of mounting a rescue party. How fared you in your bureaucratic ventures? I got what I need to get. Ah, I see my instincts were correct. And a good thing too. Urianji and I weighed our chances of breaking into the capital, and an official entrance is by far the more attractive option. The capital boasteth not a single armed sentry. 'Twould seem that in their time they did not deem it needful to post guards. The windows and doors, however, appear heavily warded. Though mightily did we strive, with strength mundane and magical, we failed to budge even a fraction of one ilm. Mayhap 'twas simply the case that Emmett Selk's recreation did not extend their usual function. We didn't try everything, of course, but we thought it best to conserve time and energy for more pressing matters. Speaking of which, Reen and I tried asking about a cure for you. The problem is, these ancients didn't exist beyond Amarats today. They will happily tell their own tales, but whenever we attempted to explain our situation, the conversation quickly became muddled. What of you, Nemu? What was aught worthy of interest said during your efforts to obtain a right? Oh, you guys don't know. I didn't tell you. A great sacrifice of life in exchange for their brethren's resurrection. And you say all the Asian scheming had been leading to this? All this time. But if they still mean to enact this plan, then things won't end with the rejoining. Oh. Yeah. I thought we knew their intentions in full. Restore the world to its former glory, and, in turn, empower Zodiac to reclaim his throne as well as the will of the star. Yet that was merely a step along the way. I hesitate to put into words, but we have to assume that following the final rejoining, the Asians mean to draw on the lives of the source to make their sacrifice to Zodiac. That does seem the most likely scenario. Mayhap those who ally with Asians would be spared that fate. But what value is there in surviving when all our victory, all our struggles will be erased? I cannot conscience such an act. Of course not. And that's to say not of what Emmett Selk's plans for the Exarch's power. Do we stand by and let him threaten our future as well as our past? We need to find him, Nemu. And when we do, make your mark. Change the course of history in a way that's felt by those who came before, and those who came after. By everyone you've ever met. Change things so that even my other self, dying somewhere in that future calamity, will smile and say, I knew you would win. Oh. Oh. Is fighting Emmett Silk the only way? He created an entire city. It will take everything we have to defeat him. Even if we even can. And if you push that hard in your current state, the light will break free. The decision to press on lies with you, just as it lies with each and every one of us. This is it.